What's going on, folks? This is Mr. Coleon Noir, and I just wanted to ask you guys a quick question. So yesterday, I decided I wanted to go to a movie, and I decided I wanted to go to a late movie, which I usually do. And I decided I was going to go to a particular movie theater. And when I went to this movie theater, I walked up to the front door, and I had my Glock 26 on me. I was carrying my Glock 26. But upon arriving at the front entrance, I noticed that they had a 30-06 sign. And for those who don't know, in Texas, there are certain signs that establishment can put up to prohibit the licensed carry of a firearm, concealed firearm. One of those signs are what has been deemed a 30-06 or 30-06 sign. And the 30-06 sign basically informs all licensed concealed handgun holders that they cannot bring a weapon into this establishment, and if they do so, they will be in violation of the law. So with that being said, there are certain requirements for the sign in order for it to be legally effective. In order for it to be legally effective, the sign must be in contrast print to the background. Each letter must be at least 1 inch. And the requisite language of the sign must be in English and in Spanish. And it must be in a very noticeable location so as to adequately inform the patron regarding the legal rights, the legalities of carrying or not carrying a weapon into this establishment. Now, immediately I noticed that the sign was not legal. And I knew it wasn't legal because the type font was not 1 inch, it was 1/2 inch. And because it was 1/2 inch, that technically made the sign illegal. Now, I could have ignored it, walked right in and called it a day. Or I could have went back and put my gun in the car and came back and watched the movie. Or I could have just left altogether. I decided to go with the second option, and I went back and put my gun in the car and went and proceeded to watch the movie. I did take my knife with me, but for the most part, I was unarmed. Now, the question I pose is this. Though I had a legal right to carry my firearm into the establishment, because the sign that would render me carrying my firearm illegal was in itself illegal, I decided to err on the side of caution, because they do have on-duty police officers who stand at the front. Granted, they are just as complacent as everyone else in there, but I decided to err on the side of caution and not put myself in a situation where I would be forced to argue the merits of that particular sign. Now, I think I might go back and do that without my firearm on me, but at the time, I did not want to be a case precedent for the arguing of the merits of the legalities of that sign. So I decided to put the gun in my car. So the question I pose to you guys is this. If presented with the same situation, the same circumstances, what would you have guys done? Would you have proceeded through the doors and carried, even though, granted, it was legal, but though they had a sign out there prohibiting the carrying of the gun? Or would you leave the establishment altogether and refuse to be a patron in the establishment? So with that being said, I just wanted to get your guys' take and opinion on it. Be sure to leave a comment so we can spark some discussion about this. And don't forget to subscribe. And this is Mr. Coleon Noir, and I'm out. Also, I'm going to provide some additional video I took on my phone. Kind of give you an idea, breakdown of the parking lot, and basically kind of showing you what the sign looked like and things of that nature. So you guys take care. All right. This is the parking lot. I decided to go to my car and just kind of grab my camera to give you an idea of the way things look out here. It's about 1 o'clock, 1:30 in the morning. There's my car over there. Scanning the parking lot. Alright. So basically what it would be like, I mean, this is your typical end of the movie. You walk back to the parking lot. It's pretty clear for the most part, but just want to give you all an idea. And now obviously there's no one around because I'm parked in the open, but you can easily see that if somebody wanted to, they could definitely take advantage of somebody